When we finally decide to surrender and let go of trying to control every detail of every little thing, life figures it out for us. Hi, I'm Julia, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am just reminded time and time again when I just like let go, when I surrender, when I stop trying to figure it out in my mind, when I stop trying to research and do a bunch of things to figure out the solution, that the solution just happens. Like, it comes in the most miraculous ways, and I was reminded of that today, yet again. And I wanted to share the story of what it is with you because I feel like it could be a little inspiring, it could be a little perspective shifting if you're going through anything right now where you can't see the solution, but you need a solution. So basically, when I moved here, I had to switch my car insurance over to California car insurance. And back in, I want to say 2023, I actually got into an accident, and it wasn't like a major accident. It was very, very minor where my car had like minimal damages, but the other car's door was like dented, but no one was injured. Unfortunately, the lady whose car I hit was very angry. She yelled at me, she freaked out. She tried to say I did this on purpose. Like, who crashes their car on purpose? No one ever wants to be in a car accident, period. And so she had a very vengeful attitude, but I tried to respond with kindness and calmness and all the things, which I did, even though it was hard when somebody's literally yelling in your face. And I tried to do all the correct things with calling the insurance and reporting the accident and filing the police report and everything under the sun. And although in reality she was just as much at fault in the accident as I was, somehow I got blamed completely for the accident. Like, I was 100% at fault, which from my perspective was not the case. She was speeding when I was shifting lanes, and boom, our cars collided side by side. But because the front part of my car had hit her side, it looked like I was the one completely at fault. And since her car had the most damage, I guess, I don't really know. Either way, I accepted it and was like, this sucks, but this is what it is. Like, I can't take it back. And luckily no one was hurt. But she still decided to file for injuries and sue me for $20,000, which ended up getting taken care of by the insurance, and I didn't have to have any legal battles or anything. But when it came time a year later to switch my insurance to California, I got hit with this insane amount of insurance. Like, I'm talking $600 monthly insurance, which is not normal even for an accident. And I was like, how am I gonna pay for this? This is like the amount of what it would cost for rent in some places. So we figured out a solution to cover the cost of the insurance for the first 6 months, but overall it was going to cost me $7,000 for the year, and I just don't have that kind of money to throw around, at least not yet. So I was like low-key freaking out and trying to rack my brain for any other insurance options, but nothing was really coming to mind. And then my friend told me about calling Tesla insurance and seeing if I could get that on my car, even though it's not a Tesla car, because apparently I guess Tesla's insurance is a little cheaper even if you have an accident. I don't know, that's what my friend told me, and I was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna get around to calling them within the 6-month period so that way I can switch by the time my insurance is up. When I finally got around to calling Tesla insurance, I was on hold for like the longest time, and I was back home when I was calling them just in case I had any questions. I could like ask my mom and be like, hey, does this sound correct? But right as the insurance representative picked up, a literal mouse scurried across my room. I've never had a mouse in my room before, so I started freaking out and was like, hold on 1 second. And then they hung up on me, and of course my cat like saved the day, and we saved the mouse, and my cat was fine as well. So he just helped us get the mouse out of the house, and then we kept the cat in the house so the mouse would be free and not murdered by my cat. Anyway, all that aside, I was like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna try calling them another day, because like I had a bunch of other things I needed to do, so I let that go. But still in the back of my mind I was thinking, wow, this is so expensive, and I don't know how I'm gonna cover it the rest of the year, and my rent and life and all the other expenses that we have, and all the enjoyment expenses that we have, because why would I want to be spending $600 on insurance when I really didn't need to? But of course, a mistake I made a few years back came back to haunt me, and it is what it is. So fast forward, that was back in, I want to say October, that I called Tesla. Today I looked at my email, and the email came in maybe like yesterday, but you know, I'm not the best at checking my email, but I saw that it was my car insurance. I was like, oh, that might be important, let me look. And it said, congratulations, your rate has gone down. So I opened it and I was like, okay, what, by $5? Didn't say. So I like went into my insurance app, and it said by almost $200. And I was shocked because that lowered my rate to $380. So then I went in and looked and I was like, oh my God, that's almost a reasonable price for insurance. Like I know people who have insurance at this rate. So it's like almost $400 insurance at this point, which is so much better than almost $600 insurance. I think it was like $570. So now it's like $380. I was like, what a freaking miracle. I didn't know how I was gonna get my insurance lowered. My mom told me after an accident, usually it takes like 3 years for your insurance to lower, but for whatever reason, 6 months in and it's lowering. And I called my mom, I told her, and she's like, maybe the lady like got caught for fake injuries, or maybe her lawsuit just wasn't accepted or didn't go through. Who knows what happened? But I was absolutely shocked in the best way. Although my insurance is still expensive, it's a lot more reasonable to be paying that much than the original price. And I felt so relieved, like the universe just solved the problem for me, because I didn't have to do anything for that. And clearly I wasn't supposed to switch to the Tesla insurance when an act of God happens and a mouse scurries across your room. But all that being said, this is not the first time that I've had a problem solved by just letting it go and letting the universe take care of it, or God or source or whatever you want to call it. Now obviously if you're actively avoiding problems, then that's a different story, but sometimes when we let go of whatever is stressing us out, whatever is really scary to us or causing us suffering and pain, in that gap where we're no longer thinking about it and ruminating about the thing, a solution will pop up. And when things like this happen, it just reminds me how truly protected we are, aligned we are when we follow what is meant for us. Like when I moved out here, I was like, am I really doing what is right for me? Am I really aligned? Because there's all these little obstacles and I don't know how I'm going to solve any of this and whatever. But each time these obstacles come up, a solution then comes up with them. And I am reminded again and again how angels are all around us. Like even when it comes to like little problems with my car, I was so scared to have to take it to mechanics and potentially get taken advantage of because I'm a girl, and a lot of these places will charge you $1,000 for like a $200 job. But then I found my angel mechanic who actually charges me the correct price and even helps me out with little things here and there, like cleaning my car for free and making me feel not so stressed out by saying, hey, you know, anytime your car has any issues, just bring it here. You have my number. It's all good. And even doing small fixes for free because it didn't cost him any pieces and the labor was like 5 minutes. And when I look at the world and I feel like it's so messed up, blah, 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 those little things that really do remind me that there is more good than evil. We just have to be aware of the beautiful blessings that are coming to us and celebrate them and feel the gratitude for them. Because when we do that, of course, we're gonna get more of them. So that's all I have for today's video, and I will see you in my next one next week. I love you guys so much. Bye.